Hey, Real Housewives, welcome back. Happy February. I thought, everyone's talking about, gifts for your husband or your wife right now, or fun things to do with your kids. And I love all of that too. But I think something that we often overlook are things that we just love in general, not to be materialistic, but things that make our lives easier as women and as wives and as mothers. And so I wanted to dedicate a video, just a quick one, to some of the things that I personally love and that help support all the different roles that I play in my life day to day, in hopes that maybe they will also help you too, or jog something that might help you find something to make your life easier. As always, I am not endorsing or a brand ambassador or affiliated with any of the products that you might see in this video. I'm just showing you what I use. So if you want to use what I use, great. I'll try to hyperlink some of the things that I'm going to be showing you, and if you want to go off and buy your own brand or do your own research or find something similar, go for it. I am not endorsing any products or brands here. All right, so let's get started. The first thing the first couple of things that I love have to do with my role as just a woman in today's times. And as women, I feel like one of our biggest struggles, right, are our hormones. And this has been a struggle for me as of late, especially having two kids almost back to back, kind of wreaks havoc on your hormones a little bit, and you don't realize it because the symptoms are so subtle. So for me, that's, really intense cravings for, sugar things and sweets in the afternoon, which I've never had. It's like all of a sudden I need, chocolate and sweets and whatever I have on hand. It looks like not sleeping well. It looks like bloat. It looks like acne. It looks like night sweats for me have been really bad. I know a lot of women maybe in premenopause or menopause also struggle with it. So anyways, as I'm, postpartum, and I'm also breastfeeding, and so that influences your hormones, I was looking for a more natural alternative to help me. I didn't want to be on synthetic hormone. So I did some research and I found this product called Happy Mammoth, and they have a bunch of different all-natural, over-the-counter supplements. They're like vitamins, and some help with hormones, some help with bloating specifically. They have a bunch of different categories on there. Again, the company is called Happy Mammoth, and I take their Hormone Harmony. It's 3 tablets that I take every day, and I noticed a huge difference in day 1. My mood was way better. I had lots of natural energy. I wasn't exhausted and bogged down. I wasn't craving sweets. Within my first week, I noticed that my belly was a little bit flatter, so I definitely had some bloat going on. The night sweats have subsided, so for me, it's really great. They have a list of their ingredients on their website, so this is something that you're going to want to look through, talk with your doctor, make sure that, this is right for you. If you're, like they say on the website, if you're breastfeeding or, anything else, make sure that, you take all these factors into consideration if you're on any other medication. So, but this worked wonders for me. Hand in hand with the hormone thing, you know, caffeine is not a friend of people who are hormone imbalanced, but I love coffee. I love the taste of it. I love decorating it up with different, you know, creamers and being my own barista per se. But I have been trying to not take in so much caffeine. Something that you guys know from previous videos is I love to do a tea time every day, every afternoon. You know, have a warm cup of something and, you know, a light snack. In years past, that's been, you know, a watered down cup of coffee, you know, half coffee, half water. But that doesn't work when you're trying to balance your hormones. So I've been drinking this maca chocolate tea. It's caffeine free. It has prebiotics in it, so it's really great for your gut and digestive health. It's delicious. I put some coffee creamer and a little bit of sweetener in it, and I absolutely love it. I also, you know, again, I feel better after drinking it. It's an all-natural tea made from hickory root. So I buy this off of Amazon. It's from the brand Teachino. Again, it's an herbal tea, caffeine-free, really great if you're trying to balance out your hormones. That's step one in things I love as a woman, taking care of my body and my hormones. Hand in hand with your hormones, which every woman knows is acne and, you know, skincare. And I know a lot of young people in their 20s don't really have to worry about skincare so much. I was one of those people for a while, but now after I've had some babies and I'm getting older, I definitely needed a good skincare routine. So, I mean, the last, you know, several years I've been on the hunt. I've spent the money. I've bought the expensive product. They didn't work for me. A lot of them made my face feel really refreshed. They made my face feel really clean, but in terms of actually helping my acne and helping me feel better, it didn't do it for me. So what I found by trying all of these different products is that they all had a similar formula, and the formula was exfoliate first, exfoliate your face, then cleanse, then use an astringent of some sort, then moisturize. It was like, I tried several different, you know, well-known acne treatment brands, and none of them worked for me, but they all followed this formula or a very similar formula. So I decided to make my own. So I did a little bit of research and I found that something that I actually had at home in my cabinet was one of the best exfoliators for my face. And I will tell you, this is such a critical part of your skincare routine. I was traveling with my husband and I had forgotten to pack my cleanser, but I did just pack this one, my exfoliator. I remembered to pack that. And so for 3 days, all I could do was exfoliate and moisturize, and it kept my acne at bay, it kept my skin looking good and feeling good. So exfoliation is a huge part of this. So my exfoliator, the big reveal here, Himalayan sea salt. And this is my table salt shaker. So I'll tell you what I do. I'll tell you what I did, and now I'll tell you what I do now. I used to take my Vitamix and I would pour the coarse Himalayan sea salt in the Vitamix, and I would make a cocktail of the Himalayan sea salt, vitamin A drops for, you know, brightness, a little bit of oil, and some other things. And so I would make my own, you know, homemade exfoliator. But that takes a lot of time. You really have to clean the Vitamix out well because, you know, salt can kind of erode the blade on it. And so I just started using salt. I take the salt grinder in the shower with me every morning, and I grind a palmful, a very small palmful of Himalayan sea salt into my palm, and I exfoliate with it, and it works wonders. To my husband's dismay, we always quarrel in the morning because he's making his eggs and he's like, "Where's the salt?" And so we fight back and forth over this, but it's a fun thing that we do. So anyways, my first step, I do this twice a day, is exfoliating with pink Himalayan sea salt. After I do that, I cleanse my face with my face cleanser, which I didn't feel the need to feature. I use CeraVe. If you're wondering, use whatever works for you. Use whatever cleanser that you like or you have, or any type of soap. After that, I use witch hazel. I take a cotton ball and I squeeze some witch hazel on it and I astringe, my face, and I let it air dry for, just about a minute. And these are all super affordable things. Witch hazel costs $4. I pick it up at the grocery store. Pink Himalayan sea salt, I haven't had to restock in a while because I buy it in bulk. So I always just have it on hand. And if you like Himalayan sea salt as opposed to regular table salt and you have it on hand, same thing, really, really affordable for how little you use to exfoliate your face. All right, so I exfoliate, I cleanse, I use some witch hazel, and then I moisturize with pure grapeseed oil, and I get this off of Amazon. It's an all-natural oil instead of a cream, because I found that the creams were kind of clogging my skin. Some of them were really oily. They don't work well for me. And so I read that oil is actually a better moisturizer for your skin. And fun fact, the way that they make this is the same way that they make wine. So if you're a wino like me, you can appreciate that. Okay, so in terms of being just a regular woman and having regular womanly problems, those are a few items that I love and I use regularly and have helped me to be a better woman. On to the wife segment of what I love. And so something that I love to do as a wife is I love to cook things for my husband that I know that he loves. It's a simple, fun way that I enjoy to show my husband that I love him and I appreciate him. I love to make his favorite dinners. He loves carrot cake, so I'm working on mastering a carrot cake recipe. And that's a really nice act of love that you can show your spouse, is to, try to master their favorite dessert or their favorite meal, and then keep that recipe on hand and surprise them with it or make it for them on a special occasion. And so I actually have my own personal recipe book that when we have a family recipe that my husband loves or my kids love, and I feel like I've really mastered it, I put it into my own personal cookbook. And I hope one day that my girls will inherit that cookbook and my recipes and my love will live on through them. And so that's a good idea if you want to, invest in, a cookbook and do that with your kids. The other thing that I love, though, is this is a nook in my kitchen, and just as it's cute and it's also practical, but I love to have a recipe book holder. This is one that I got off of Amazon. It has these little weights to hold the pages intact for you. So I have a bunch of normal cookbooks that feature Valentine's Day recipes, like you'll see here, red velvet pancakes, Christmas recipes, New Year's recipes. So it's a fun way to dress up your home, just to have a cookbook open to a recipe that fits the season that you're in. And it's also a fun way to think of new ideas to maybe cook something fun for your family, or try a new recipe out that you think that they might like. All right, the second thing that I love as a wife is I love to wear my wifehood. So what I mean by that is, of course, I have my wedding ring. I love to keep it clean. I have a ring cleaner, which I love. So if you don't have a jewelry cleaner, find one on Amazon. Washing and keeping your wedding ring clean and intact is a fantastic way to remind yourself that you have to work on your marriage and you should cherish your marriage. Um, and it just makes your jewelry look nice. So who doesn't want nice, sparkly, shiny jewelry when you're out and about? The other thing that I love to do to wear my marriage is, you know, my husband, as I'm sure all, husbands and boyfriends have done at some point, occasionally buys me sentimental jewelry. And so I have, my ring and my wedding band. And the other thing that I really love is this locket that he gave me. And it has a K and a T engraved on it. And inside is a sweet picture of just him and I. And so I love to wear this locket. I'm not wearing it today because I'm filming this on a Sunday and I always wear my cross on Sunday. But I wear this locket almost every day. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I don't go out maybe to the grocery store or something, but I wear it as a reminder for me that my marriage is important to me. So if Mother's Day is coming up, or for Valentine's Day, your husband or your boyfriend is stumped on what to get you, or maybe you also would like to wear your relationship, just a simple, something from Things Remembered or Etsy, or it doesn't have to be fancy, but something that you can put on every day to remind yourself how much you love your significant other, and it also makes them feel good. My husband loves to see me wear my locket. He loves it so much. I'll tell this fun side story because it's Valentine's Day. I wasn't wearing it for a while because it had a huge knot in the chain, and not like a little tiny knot. I mean a huge knot. I could not wear it. I literally could not clasp it because of the knot. And so he actually worked on it one night. He worked all day, and then we wrangle the kids together in the evening, and we had dinner, and we finally get the kids into bed, and so you have that golden hour of two of me time. And he chose to use that time to get this huge knot out of my locket so I could start wearing it again. So if you think it doesn't mean something to your significant other when you wear their love proudly, think again, because they do. They love it. Okay, on to motherhood. Things that I love as a mom. My number one gripe as a mom, and if you know me, you've heard me complain about this so many times, is gas stations. My husband and I travel with our kids, a lot. We love to take them around town. My in-laws live in Indiana, which is about a 4-hour ride, and we generally go see them a few times a year. So gas stations are important to us, especially with little kids, because they need to be changed and everybody needs a break. And gas stations are not kid friendly. They're especially babies, young kids that have to be changed. I have been to restrooms and we don't go to like the sketchy, grimy gas stations when the kids are with us. We generally try to stop at some, what appear to be family-friendly gas stations. And some of them don't even have changing tables. And that shocks me. What am I supposed to do? I've changed my kids in the back hatch of my car before because there's what am I going to do? Put them on the floor in a public restroom? No. So what I have now for the back of our car when I need to change them on the road is I have our diaper bag. This is Petunia Pickle Bottom, which I just love to say. And it's a little bit more expensive than a normal diaper bag or a backpack that you might use, but it is worth the investment, especially if you have more than one kid. Because this pouch right here that you can, you put things in, but when you're on the go and you need to change your kids, you just unzip the pouch and gracefully here because I only have one hand. And you unzip this and it rolls out into a changing mat. And so you just lay baby right here and you can change them and then roll it, pack it back up, zip it back up, and you're on your way. I've also seen, so this is a pretty basic one. It's a nicer diaper bag with the changing pad on it. I've seen some that actually have like sides that you can get. I don't know if you need to go that fancy. I don't know what your budget is. If you want something like that, definitely do it. But this fits my needs. And I think having a, portable rollout changing pad, especially if you travel frequently with your kids, is a must-have. All right, so I'm in my mud room, which is also my laundry room. And I actually just realized that I ran out of these, so I have to order them, which is a testament to how much I use it. But washing machine cleaners. So it's OxyClean. Again, I don't have the box. I did not realize that I ran out and threw the box away. Everything happens for a reason, right? So it's by OxyClean. I think they're $8 on Amazon. And again, you can use any type of brand. You can research washing machine cleaners. You get these little pouches of basin cleaner, and you literally tear them open. You throw them in the basin of your washing machine. And then on your settings, I don't know if you can, how well you can see this, but I have tub clean right here. So I just put it on tub clean and I hit start. And it's that easy, and I let it clean, and it cleans the basin of my washing machine. I guess maybe everyone should clean their washing machine. I'll be honest with you, I didn't start doing this or feel like I needed to start doing this until I became a mom. So if you don't have kids yet and you're like, oh, well, my washing machine never smells. When you have kids, your washing machine is going to smell because there are accidents that happen. There is puke and spit up that happens. There is, my daughter loves to wear her food. So the other day she was wearing a bright pink sweatshirt and it had spaghetti sauce on it and avocado and, you name it. So probably some peanut butter from her peanut butter crackers that day. So it was a mess. It went in the washing machine. And occasionally, I think I use this every 3 to 4 weeks because that's when I notice that, okay, the washing machine needs to be cleaned. OxyClean, like I said, it's $8 on Amazon. It's worked really well for me. It's odorless, so my washing machine doesn't smell like flowers afterwards. It doesn't smell like anything, which is what I like, because I don't want my clothes being, scented. I have some draft in the background and some dryer sheets and things that make it smell good, but when it's being washed, I don't want it to smell like anything. So the OxyClean washing machine cleaner is a must-have for moms. All right, housewives, that's a wrap. Those are all the things that I truly love, that I use in my day-to-day life, like I said, as a woman, as a wife, and as a mom. Like I said, take everything with a grain of salt. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to share links to some of the things that I use, although again, I am not endorsing or recommending any, specific products. Especially I talked about the Happy Mammoth Company. That's just what I use. There's a lot of all-natural hormone balancing supplements out there. So do your research, talk to your doctors, do what's right for you. But I hope that maybe some things in this video inspired you. Maybe you're having some problems with your skincare, or maybe you're just looking for some new things to love in your life. Either way, I hope that you enjoyed this. If you have things that you love in your life as a woman, a wife, or a mom, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. I would love to hear your recommendations, and as always, I love to hear from you. All right, we'll talk to you later. Happy February.